Love, and today I will be discussing the controversy of abortion. Human rights are heavily debated today whether or not they apply to an unborn fetus. Some examples of human rights are the right to your life, the right to your body, the right to your freedom, and more. Today we'll be discussing the two different sides of the abortion controversy. There is the pro-life movement and the pro-choice movement. These two sides have very opposite opinions on whether or not abortion is moral or not. I've read several articles on this topic, and so I am credible to speak on it. This is an important topic to be educated on because it's heavily discussed today, and it's a really heavy topic. People can get pretty heated about it, and so it's good to be aware of what their positions are, what their arguments are, and yeah. The two sides to this controversy are the pro-choice side and the pro-life side. The pro-choice side stands for abortion and says that every woman should have the choice. The pro-life side stands against abortion and says it isn't moral, it's murder, and it shouldn't be legal. So the pro-choice's main argument is that abortion is not murder. This is supported by the fact that legal abortions take place in the first trimester of pregnancy. At this phase in pregnancy, the fetus couldn't survive outside of the mother's womb, therefore it can't be described as a living being because it can't sustain itself, it can't live on its own. Some fertilized eggs that are used for vitro fertilization are thrown away when they aren't used. And so if you're going to say that abortion is murder, if getting rid of a fertilized egg is murder, then all those doctors that have to throw away fertilized eggs that can't be used are murderers. Jean Mancini, who is the president of the March for Life in Education and Defense Fund, states that no pro-lifer would ever want to punish a woman who has chosen abortion. We invite a woman who has gone down this route to consider paths to healing, not punishment. This proves that pro-lifers don't see people who have abortions as murderers. It proves that they're not murderers because murderers are thrown in jail and given the death penalty sometimes. And what they're saying about women who have had abortions, they want to heal them. They want to help them through this hard time. That's not the penalty you'd give murderers. While that is the main argument for the pro-choice movement, another part of it is that the use of the word baby over fetus isn't correct. These words aren't interchangeable. The word baby means a born human, somebody who has been born. A fetus hasn't, and by definition, they can't be interchangeable. They're not the same thing, they never will be. While that's the main argument for the pro-choice movement, the pro-life movement has a different outlook. Their main point is that abortion is murder, and that life begins at conception. Any fertilized egg is a child, and it legally cannot be harmed. The Unborn Victims of Violence Act is a law that declares that any pregnant woman who is murdered or harmed, that their attacker will be charged with two sentences of murder instead of just one, because the baby counts as a person. While there is a restriction for when abortions can be performed in pregnancy, people are beginning to question if that window should be shortened, because the timeline that doctors can keep fetuses alive out of the womb has expanded. Now, instead of the cutoff being 28 weeks that they can keep the baby alive, the cutoff is 22 weeks. So now they can keep babies alive for a lot longer outside of the womb, and so they're saying that the window of legal abortion should be cut down because that child could be alive outside the womb. So the two sides of abortion are very opposite. Their main points are literally opposites of each other. It's a very important topic to know about and be educated on just because of how heavily talked about it is today and how intense people can get when discussing it. I've done a lot of research on this topic, and yeah, human rights it can really go either way with which human right they pick to be the line for abortion, whether they pick the your body, your choice, or your life, you deserve it.